I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
Man, he's just been saying these things, and I've been thinking, Lord, I will make the video. I will expose the details of his sexual infidelity to his wife, his children, and the whole world. He has been grossly unfaithful to me. Gross unfaithfulness of the kind I can no longer forgive. I take my hand off him and I reject him just like Saul. He will go down in a wave of scandals and impropriety that will rock his church to the foundations. He is a pedophile and he is gay. He is homosexual and he's not interested in women. I will expose the scandals with boys and youths, and I will bring out all the details so that people can know who their beloved bishop really is. Celestial, there is a difference between a boy and a youth. A boy is too small to understand or even give sexual consent. You should never touch a boy sexually.
The clips that you watched it's quite disturbing. The first one was TDjakes, okay, when he was saying, have you had somebody swallowed you? And the swallowing, using erotic suggestion, brainwashing in the house of God. And he knows what he's doing. And you know something, what's interesting? After he did that sermon, then he was accused of going to PD, what is his name, that rapper, going to his homosexual parties, homosexual fest, you know, and an orgy. All male. And to which he came out in crocodile tears. Oh, if what I did was wrong. But everybody was saying that, you know, he knew what he was doing. Anyway, what's interesting is that the woman, the last clip, she exposed him as a homosexual. Way before this scandal. I don't know how I found it, but way before this scandal, she exposed him as a pedophile, a groomer, a child molester. What I find disturbing is that a lot of black churches are like this. A lot of black churches, TB Joshua was accused of rape, kidnapping. Man of God, these are men of God. You think, what's going on here? In Africa, you got women queuing up to give their pastors a blowjob, queuing up. The man says, it's holy milk I've got. These people, they don't care. To get a leg over, they will resort to any kind of tricks and deceit. And the worst thing about it, they recycle this garbage and sell it back to the black community. Just like McDonald's sell their junk to the black community, they sell this religious junk. You must tell me it's healthy. You tell me it's healthy to be molested in this way. But this is what they want you to believe. Don't touch God's anointed. Don't touch God's anointed. Some mentally ill people argue, let them do what they have to do. They're God's anointed. That's their immunity. As Donald Trump tried to argue, that's their immunity, that's their clause. It means that they can do whatever they want. They got immunity. Why? They're God's anointed. The black church is corrupt, and the black male that runs them, they are gay, they are married to women, practicing homosexuality. They're child traffickers, child molesters, but still, black people are the most brainwashed of any other races. We have no business. This is why we have no business. Yet you know something? We got time to follow these molesters, these predators. TDjakes has built an empire on being fake. He wasn't even a man of God. TB Joshua, which is my next video, built an empire with all the police and government eating out of his pocket. And only now the victims has come forward. The victims has come forward exposing TB Joshua for what he's really like. TB Joshua, I don't gossip unless I have these books and I can talk about it. I don't hearsay or eavesdrop. Okay? The black church is in a mess, but black people, they will send to you. They'll give you religion. They won't give you business. But they will put you on a path to be abused by these male predators. And that's the reason why, from day one, black men who left the church, right, and said the pastors were grooming black girls. They were grooming them, making men effeminate. That's what they're doing, making men effeminate, right? And you can see why. There's two things going on. There's one where they're sexually abusing the women, as in Africa. In America and Britain, they were turning the men effeminate so they can sexually abuse the boys. As in Eddie Long, with his private apartment and paying these young boys for sexual services. It's a homosexual enclave or private strippers and parties where women are concerned. This is the black church today. And the worst thing about it is, tomorrow night, the next generation will be brainwashed. The next generation will be brainwashed to keep it continue, to keep it going. The next generation. For some reason, we love this kind of programming. We know it's not good for us. You look at them. Sexual predators, child traffickers, the love of money. Is rotten. Just the other day, a pastor's pregnant mistress turned up to church. It's happening everywhere. I know the worst about it is black people can't get enough of it. These black males, cunts of pastors, are predators. They are predators. But you know something? Use religion, and in the name of religion, that's your immunity. In the name of religion, that's your immunity. You could do whatever you want. Like presidents and prime ministers, you can go abroad, have sex with children, and claim immunity, diplomatic immunity, meaning there's no prosecution, diplomatic immunity. And this is what happens when, at the end of the day, right, you have the black church, the Nation of Islam, they're the same thing. Black men, they were raping young black girls, killing black people. These kind of organizations that exist are self-serving. They're not there to benefit black people. They're either sexually corrupt or they're materially obsessed, ripping up their own people. And that's why there's no black businesses. Black people either be sexually abused, raped, or fleeced of their money. That's the reason why black progress is going backwards. These religious organizations serve no purpose for the black community, serve no purpose. And when you look at the scandal of TDjakes, I went to an African shop today and I asked them, has anybody heard of TDjakes scandal? TB Joshua scandal, to which one African woman piped up and said, yes, she has. And I was quite happy when they said, they said, I know it's true. All these witnesses coming forward. So black people are waking up. They're waking up to see these con men are nothing more than sexual molesters, groomers, predators. They're waking up to see that. Not waking up fast enough. But they realize at the end of the day that this nonsense, they're not anointed. You gotta stop using that term. Don't touch God's anointed. You know, they're not anointed. They're predators. They're Jimmy Saviles of the world. They what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein of the world. Harvey Weinstein of this world. They're just using religion as their diplomatic immunity. Don't forget that. And that's why a lot of black people now are waking up. And that's why a lot of them are leaving corrupt Christianity, corrupt organization of Christianity. It's all about sex. It's all about money laundering. It's all about trafficking. But they pretend they're giving you faith. Wake up before you end up being trafficked.